Raji Nagarajan joins us from Mumbai. Raji, what's your question?
See, my question is that I have sold my, that is, I have registered a new flat in 2012, but I sold my existing flat in 2013. But till today, he has not given me the possession. So I have invested only half the amount in that new flat. So now what I should do? Bank is also not giving me interest. What I should do?
Bank is not giving you interest on the capital gains, the money that you parked in the capital gains account. Am I right, Raji?
Yes, yes.
Right. I think that was partly answered by Suresh. Suresh, what would you say she do?
Yeah, so I think what it appears is that when you sold the previous property, you deposited the amount in capital gains account. 50% of that you have invested, but you haven't got the possession as yet. And the remaining 50% is still lying in the account. Now the point is that you have to ensure that within 3 years, you make the investment. That has to be done. If you don't do that, then whatever is the amount lying in the account at the end of 3 years, when you apply for closure, then the assessing officer will give you the no objection and you will have to pay tax on that 50% amount. Now, the first 50% what you paid, I think you will have to again go by what we talked about the earlier, court verdicts, that although the house has not been completed within 3 years, but it is beyond your control, you entered into agreement by which possession was to be given within 3 years, and therefore it is beyond your control. And then, hopefully sort of claim the exemption.
Suresh, my understanding of Raji's question is this, that she's probably on a construction linked plan, which is why she's only reinvested 50% of the gains and not the rest of the money. Now, if that is the case, and here she has clearly shown the intent to reinvest the gains that she made from selling the earlier flat in a new residential property, in that case, won't the tax department cut her some slack? Does she still have to pay income tax if the project is delayed and she doesn't get possession within 3 years?
Yeah. So, I mean, we are presuming that your original agreement, what you entered into, provided for possession to be given within the period of 3 years. So, suppose if your initial agreement itself provided for for the possession to be beyond 3 years, then you are not fulfilling the basic conditions, because basic condition is the construction of the house must be completed within 3 years. The only relief which the courts have given, that as long as you have entered into agreement with the developer, which provided for a possession date within that period of 3 years, but the developer has not given you, the possession for reasons which are outside your control, then you cannot be asked to pay tax on that amount. That is the only limited relief available.
So, Raji, essentially you need to prove that you were supposed to get possession within 3 years. You sold the flat, like you said, in 2013, which means you have time till 2016 to reinvest the gains. And if, say, you've entered into an agreement with the developer saying that the flat will be delivered by December 2016, then you're well within your rights to actually go and tell the income tax department, look, I have already reinvested 50%. Now the developer has delayed possession. It is not my mistake.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.